Hey HCAC Youth, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Hey, welcome back to our study on the Ten Commandments. Tonight we're talking about the first one, so this is the first time we're delving into one of the commandments. So the first commandment, let's look at Exodus chapter 20. And we're going to look at verses 1 through 3. And God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. So God introduces these 10 commandments by introducing himself. I am the Lord that brought you out of Egypt. I'm the God that brought you out of Egypt. So they know which God this is. They know this is the God that just won this great victory. It's not a different God. It's not somebody that they have no relationship with. It's a God who saved them from slavery in Egypt. It's the God that performed the plagues against the Egyptians, that judged the Egyptian gods, that showed he was more powerful than them, that showed he was more powerful than Pharaoh and his armies. The Israelites had seen God perform miracles. They'd seen him prove that he was more powerful than the most powerful army that they knew of on earth at that time. So this God can be trusted. What else does this tell them about God? Well, they knew which God they were following out of Egypt. They knew it was the God of their ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They knew it was the God of the patriarchs, of their ancestors who lived in the promised land before they went to Egypt. This says a lot about who they're going to listen to now. It's not just some random God on a mountain in the middle of a desert that they have no relationship with. This is the God that created them. This is the God of their ancestors. This is the God that saved them out of Egypt. We have a relationship with this God too. He created us. He knew us as we were being formed in our mother's womb. He knew us before that. He knew our parents before they were born. He knew our grandparents before they were born. He knew our great-grandparents before they were born. No matter who you are, where you come from in the world, where your parents come from in the world, God knows you because he made you. You have at least that much relationship with him. This is the God who sent his one and only Son to die for the price of your sins. You have a relationship with this God. He's introducing himself to the Israelites. He's introducing himself to you. This is who's speaking these commandments. Not some legalistic, grumpy, not very powerful deity that you don't have to worry about. This is the all-powerful, all-knowing Creator God, and there's no equal like him. So therefore, we should have no gods before him. Are there other spiritual beings in this world? Yes, absolutely there are. There's angels, there's demons, there's any other host of created beings that God made. There's more to existence than what we can see, hear, measure, taste, smell. There is a spiritual dimension to this universe. And there's beings that live there. Those beings sometimes can enter our world and mess with us. But we shouldn't worship one of them over the God who created them. They might entice you to worship them. If you remember in our study on Revelation, when John knelt before the angel who he was talking to, the angel goes, no, 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 get up. I'm a servant of God like you. Don't worship me. If something allows you to worship it, you can't trust it, because it itself is not following God. It's in rebellion to God if it accepts the worship that only belongs to God. So we know that there are other spiritual beings, but we should never worship any of them above God. Now, the second commandment is very similar to the first, but I'm going to separate them anyways. Next week, we'll talk about the second commandment and not making graven images of anything. Until then, I'll see you Friday night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Wash your dirty hands. Wear a mask if you're going to go outside. And ring that bell.